Before we get started today, hit the like button if you're a Glock fan. Let's see how many we have. What's going on, guys? Today I have here with me the Glock 19 Generation 5. If you're somebody who's thinking about picking one up, then this video is for you. We're going to go into everything that you need to know, from its history to its features. We're going to be doing an unboxing showing everything that it comes with. We're going to do a review and a live range test for the first time here today. We're going to go over the build quality, the accuracy, the reliability, the ergonomics, and the upgrades, and everything like that that goes into making the Glock 19 one of the most iconic guns in the history of the whole entire world. Whether you're a new shooter, an experienced shooter, or just a gun enthusiast, this video is going to be useful for you as the ultimate Glock 19 Gen 5 guide. We're going to do a little unboxing, then we're going to talk about what makes this so acceptable for the military, police forces, and concealed carriers all around the world, and whether the Glock 19 is still worth buying today. If this video helps you at all, be sure to hit the subscribe button to see many more like it. So it comes with this beautiful box, as you can see here. I've got 2 of the magazines already loaded up, ready to go. It comes with 3 magazines. This bad boy right here to help you load the magazines, break them in. Of course, it comes with the pistol itself, as well as 2 of these beaver tails, which help you get a better grip. I already have one on. It also comes with a trigger lock, but clearly I took that off. Comes with a little cleaning rod, as well as the 9mm adapter. I wish more companies would take note of this and start selling their firearms with the cleaning rod and adapter necessary for it. I was a bit surprised that the Glock comes with one, because that's one of the brands that are known for, I wouldn't say not needing cleaning, because every gun needs cleaned, but Glock is one of the brands that you can get away with not cleaning it more so than with other brands of gun. Alright, so there we have it, the Glock 19. Alright, so first impressions, it's nice and light. Nice crisp trigger pull. Slide release works beautifully. The slide itself is nice and crisp. Super light, fits well in the hand. The trigger is pretty light and has a well-defined breaking point. It's nothing too fancy or too special, but that's not what Glock's known for. They're just known for working, being reliable. Even though it doesn't look anything special or anything crazy, this is what like a good 75 to 90% of handguns nowadays are based off of right here. But yeah, nice and light, feels good in the hand, pretty comfortable to hold. The slide, the trigger, the slide release, the sights, everything looks good so far. Feels good, looks good, but does it perform good? Leave a comment down below if you own a Glock 19, what generation, and how you feel about it. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Things of that nature. Let me know down below. So let's get into the history of Glock. So everybody knows that the Glock 17 was the first Glock ever produced. Shortly after came the Glock 19, because it's smaller, more concealable. But how did we get to the 5th generation of Glock 19? Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned if you guys want to see a side-by-side range comparison of the Glock 17 versus the Glock 19. Basically, the FBI put out a contract basically describing a 6 hour, but they have to put it out to everybody because it's a government contract. And Glock said, you know what? Give me a couple months and I'm going to send you a better gun. And that's what they did. They made the Glock 19 Generation 5, and to the FBI it was called the Glock 19M, and then soon became available to the public as the Glock 19 Gen 5. So the first Glock 19 was released in 1988 as a more compact edition of the Glock 17, and the Gen 5 was released in 2017. comment down below something you wish that Glock would change on the Glock 19 or add to it whenever they release the next generation, if they ever do. So, what are some things that the Gen 5 does differently for the FBI? So they got rid of the finger grooves, so that way it was more universally acceptable, I guess. People with different side hands could hold it. It's an empty magazine, just so you know. They came with this ambidextrous slide stops, so that you can hit it from either side, regardless of what hand you primarily use. As you can see here, comes with the flared magazine well, so when you're in a hurry, you can get your mags in and out faster without fumbling around. They came out with the new Glock Marksman barrel with more aggressive rifling for more accurate patterns. The coating, I'm not quite sure what it's called, but it's supposed to be more durable and rugged to wear and tear over time, and an enhanced recoil spring assembly that makes it more durable in different conditions, as well as updated sights. And I'm pretty sure they did something with the trigger too to make it somewhat better. But the thing with Glock is, whenever you go to a store, I mean, you can pull the triggers of different Glocks of the same model. You shouldn't pull the trigger in the store, but if you were to, you would notice that each one is slightly different because every Glock trigger comes out of the factory different. Usually you just get stuck with whichever gun the store gives you, so you can't really count on the trigger being better or worse between two different generations, because you can go and get two Glock 19 Gen 5s and the trigger can feel completely different. So a lot of subtle differences that just come from decades of Glock refining the Glock 19, but this is the latest and greatest model. So time to put it to the test. We'll be rating the recoil, the accuracy, the reliability, the handling, and everything. I'm no expert, I've just done a decent amount of research, and I wanted to put this video out there to help provide some of the information that I gained before I purchased this for anyone else who might be looking to purchase this as well. But before we start, let me know in the comments, based on everything that we've gone over so far, would you trust the Glock 19 Gen 5 as your everyday carry? Why or why not? Let me know below. So today we're just going to be shooting this Federal 124 grain 9mm full metal jacket at 25 yards. And now obviously, even though you guys already know, I have to say it. Safety comes first. Make sure your eyes and ears are protected. Finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire. So, let's see how it goes. Alright, I'm going to get my thoughts in a second, but first let's go look how we did. Alright, so the good news is all 15 are on the target. The bad news is they are all over the target. But that's alright. Alright, so initial thoughts. There is not much recoil at all whatsoever. It is small, so it has more recoil than some of the bigger 9mm. But it doesn't like jump out of your hand. The muzzle flip isn't much at all. So that being said, it definitely still packs a punch. The big thing when shooting this is going to be trigger control. Whenever you're pulling down, you can't at the last second lift up. You have to keep it still the whole way through the trigger break. So that's something I've been practicing on and working on, but we're gonna get better as we keep shooting. So that's why I'm all over the place here. It feels great to shoot. Like I said, it feels like something that has some power, something that can prevent somebody from causing bodily harm to you, or prevent somebody from putting your life in danger. You can tell there's some serious firepower behind this thing. However, it's not unmanageable or uncontrollable. It feels really good. The grip my hand just kind of like falls into place, you know, without the finger grooves or anything like that. My hand sits up really high on the gun, which helps you be able to control and manage the recoil a bit. The trigger, like I said, it's very smooth, defined breaking point. The slide, nice and crisp. Maybe could use a little bit of gun oil or something like that, make it even smoother. The magazines, I mean, they fit like a glove with the flared mag well. I sit here and do this all day. It's super satisfying gun to shoot. Okay, I dropped the magazine out there. They say the two loudest sounds are a click when you want to hear a bang, or a bang when you want to hear a click. And that couldn't be much truer. Go check out group 2. So, still all over the place. So, whenever you talk about accuracy of firearms, specifically pistols, whenever you're shooting with the factory iron sights, you have to take into account the fact that you probably aren't as accurate as the pistol is. So, yeah. Leave a comment down below with your favorite Glock upgrade, or what I should do to upgrade this stock Gen 5 Glock 19. The next thing I want to go over is upgrades. There's a ton of stuff out there on the market you can do to upgrade Glocks. From sights, red dots, suppressors, advanced triggers. You can change out the whole slide. You can basically take everything apart except for the barrel if you wanted to right now and replace all of it. You know, there's flared mag wells you can buy, grips you can buy, literally anything you could think of that you could change on this gun, inside and out, you can change it. A lot of times when it comes to upgrading Glocks, you are sacrificing the reliability. So I choose to just keep it bare bones how it is, the stock sights, stock everything. Keep it the way it is, keep it nice and reliable, and just let the gun do what it is supposed to do. I don't need any fancy extra add-ons for this gun to shoot bullets. It does what it's supposed to do. And I don't want to risk reliability in exchange for it looking cool. And at the end of the day, this right here is a $400 or $500 gun, depending on where you get it. A lot of the aftermarket parts, such as, you know, the red dot and everything, that can run you $200-300 in itself. The advanced trigger, $200. So I'm not going to be turning a $400 everyday carry into a $1,000 gun and risking the reliability and accuracy and longevity of it. I'd rather just keep it the way it is and let it serve its purpose like this. That's all she wrote. Alright, so out of 45 total shots, I've counted 44 on target. So I'm still working, trying to get that 44 closer to the center, but that's not bad shooting compared to a lot of the stuff that I've done previously with other handguns. So that's actually pretty good for me. So should you buy the Glock 19 Gen 5? Short answer, yes, you should. The long answer, so some of the pros are the reliability. Like I said before, the loudest sounds are a bang when you want to hear a click and a click when you want to hear a bang. And the Glock is one of, if not the most reliable gun out there, to where anytime that you want to hear a bang, you're going to hear a bang, regardless of how well you clean it, how well you take care of it, what type of conditions you're in. The Glock 19 Gen 5 most times is going to go bang if you want to hear a bang. A lot more than most other pistols and handguns out there. Another positive is the simplicity. Less moving parts means there's less that can go wrong, and whenever you keep your Glock bare bones like this and you're not messing around with stuff inside of them, it works. That's all there is to it. It works. It doesn't look super cool, it doesn't look crazy, but it works. It gets the job done, and that's what you need out of a gun. Another pro, the aftermarket support. If you're somebody who wants to have a million different attachments, you can. You could throw a light, a laser, extended magazines, red dot. You can change the colors of the slide, everything that you want. You can change the color of the trigger. You can change the color of the slide release. You can do whatever you want to the outside or inside of this Glock. As I said before, there's tons of aftermarket support with things that you can change if you don't like the way that it looks. Some of the cons, these little finger indents here and the grip angle and the beaver tail might not be for everybody, considering how compact it is. If you're somebody with big hands, big fingers, this might not be for you. But for me, it works perfectly and fits in my hand like a glove, feels super comfortable. So I like it in that aspect, but it might not be for everybody. Another con is, like I said before, the triggers are hit or miss. This trigger feels decent. I would even say it feels pretty good, but it's not amazing. It's not one of the best trigger pulls I've ever felt. Another con is, it's plastic. I know they like to say polymer. It's a polymer striker fire handgun, but it's just fancy talk for a plastic pistol. So it's technically cheap material, but it's super rugged and durable, so it doesn't feel cheap. The slide's still steel or metal, whatever it is. All the inside parts are where your money's at, but the outside, just the cheap looking plastic grip, and yeah, that's all there is to that. But I promise you, the materials are not cheap. They're super durable and rugged, and it's been proven over years and years and years. So because of how proven Glock, specifically the Glock 19 and refined the Gen 5 version is, I think that this is one of the best pistols, if not the best pistol that money can buy. Especially if you're somebody who's just starting to get into handguns like me, then this gun is the one that you want. You could probably go anywhere in the world and ask anybody. You say, I don't have a pistol, I don't have a handgun, what should I buy? They're going to tell you the Glock 19. So, is it worth buying? Absolutely. That shouldn't even be a question. It's reliable, it works. Somewhat boring, yeah, but gets the job done, and that's all you need out of a gun. So, now that it's all said and done, be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for many more range tests and reviews coming soon. Like I said earlier, the 17x19 side-by-side comparison. And comment down below what your favorite feature of the Gen 5 is. But that's all for today. I appreciate you guys for watching until the end, and I will catch you next time.